COVID, keeping it real cooking with Jen. And we're keeping it real with a little wine. This is one of my faves. It is pizza, but it's real healthy pizza. I'm gonna show you the stuff that we're using tonight. And it's a super easy thing to do. I'm doing a cauliflower crust, mushroom and cheese, truffle mushroom and cheese, caramelized onion pizza. And it sounds all crazy, and caramelized onions, you think hours and hours. No, even though we have the time, we are not gonna use all the time. I have found the amount of times that I have done this pizza, I really actually like Trader Joe's cauliflower pizza crust the best right now. I'm not like being paid by Trader Joe's or anything to say that. I wish I was Trader Joe's if you're hearing me. So I have set my oven for 450 degrees is what it says. I have done that. I think we're at temperature. The other ingredients I'm going to be using, I use mushrooms. You can slice, you can do whatever. I get them sliced. Trader Joe's. Do a lot of Trader Joe's shopping lately. I like to put a little greens on the pizza as well, whether that's wild arugula, spinach, your choice. I also take a little cheese. This one happens to be a quattro formaggi cheese. So we've got a little assaggio, Parmesan, fontina, and provolone going on in that mix. Either that or I usually just use Parmesan. I've chopped up a bunch of garlic. I like a lot of garlic. Maybe 5 or 6 cloves. Couldn't tell you. I don't know. A lot of garlic. Pretty much everything I have left. And then if you have a little truffle oil or truffle seasoning. You know, hard to come by right now. But if you have it, use it. If not, doesn't matter. Olive oil, salt, and pepper will do. And then, of course, I have a little torn prosciutto that I like to throw on this pizza. So, the other item in question is an onion. I've already pre-cut that so I wasn't crying in front of you. But I took a half of a sweet onion, and that's what's going to give us our caramelized onion. And we're going to just get that going real quick. So, on my baking sheet, I always like, we're a parchment paper household is how we roll here because it's so easy. It's easy cleanup. Usually works for everything. So I like a little parchment paper. So I've taken that wrapping off. I put it on my parchment paper. We're on the tray. There we go. That's what it's looking like. Yes. My oven has preheated to temperature, 450. We're ready to roll. I'm tossing it in there. In that 10-minute time, it's like 10 to 12 minutes and then you flip it over. What we're gonna do, we're gonna cook up some mushrooms. First thing I'm gonna do, toss a little oil in the pan. Actually a lot of oil, because I love my oil. Olive oil, woo, can't get enough of it. And then, like I said, I've already chopped up that garlic. I'm gonna toss that in the pan, get that going in that olive oil. My little pre-sliced mushrooms, I was cheating. I think these are crimini. Yes, they are crimini, but use whatever mushrooms you wanna use, you know? Doesn't matter. Whatever you get, really. Make sure you allow plenty of time for sipping on wine while cooking in COVID. We're getting the garlic rocking and rolling there. I have that on about a medium-high heat. Get out my little spatula. And as soon as that garlic starts to just become fragrant and fabulous, is when you want to toss in your mushrooms. Now, I do quite a few mushrooms because I like mushrooms. And honestly, I'm going to be keeping it real here. I got to use up these mushrooms before they go bad. So, woo! Yes, because they smell good. Now, if you do happen to have any truffle seasoning, this is when I like to throw that on there because it makes it extra yummy and next level mushrooms, you know? Wine break! I'm always kind of tossing them around the pan just so they don't burn. And also it helps them cook quicker. I might be making that up, but it appears that way. Okay. Take that down to a medium heat so I don't have to worry about it burning. I'm going to let it hang out there for a hot second. We still got 3 more minutes. So, stages of what's going to happen next. Like I said, we're going to flip this pizza crust, which is probably the most difficult thing of the whole night. We need to cross fingers them up, easy peasy. Caramelized onions. We're not really caramelizing onions. We're doing a shit show of caramelized onions. That is exactly what's going to be happening. Because like I said, caramelized onions really take about 3 hours to cook down if we're going to do it right. But we're just using it as a sauce. So I'm going to show you a quick life hack for caramelizing some onions. They're not really caramelizing it, but just getting that yummy, 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 yummy flavor. Guys, it is time. It's nearly time to flip the pizza. Cross the fingers, flip the pizza. Okay. So, prep for your flip. Get a spatula ready. Doesn't always work out well, but run that spatula around that crust. Pick her up and do a flip! And yep, I cracked my crust. That sucks, people. But we can piece it back together. And when it breaks, take a spoon and you press it back together. At least that's what I've found. Yeah. It rebonds back together. And so when you flip it and screw it up, take a spoon, mash it back in. I will show you. It broke. We flipped it. It broke. And I reattached. Tossing her back in for about 12 more minutes. We're gonna make fast caramelized onions. You ready for this magic? Okay, here's how it goes down. You're gonna take some brown sugar. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. You know, this is about the only time that I get sort of into my measurements, because I generally never use measurements. I just don't. But about 3 tablespoons. Okay, lies. You know what? I just take a big chunk of a spoonful of brown sugar. That's pretty much what I do. Decent amount of brown sugar. Toss it in the pan. Get that heat rocking and rolling. Turn that flame up to maybe medium high-ish. Lay out that brown sugar in the pan, almost like a flat little bed, okay? Start warming that brown sugar up. And then I lay this cut onion right on top of that brown sugar. And right away, those onions start to weep. They start to cry into that brown sugar. And the best part is that it provides the liquid that's gonna melt and ooze into the brown sugar. It's like ridiculous. It's ridiculous good. If you happen to lose track of time like me, because usually I time on my phone, but right now I'm filming, so I can't, just judge your pizza crust by how brown it gets, okay? Big tip. We have got going on in this pan some onions and some brown sugar. I generally add a little touch, a little splash of water to that whole situation. Just get that brown sugar situation really happening. Coating all the onions. I want all my onions coated in brown sugar. I set off our fire alarm. That's really not great for my video. The key to caramelizing these onions is just about, and I say caramelizing, we're not really caramelizing, but about, I don't know, maybe a loose teaspoon of baking soda. Sprinkle it in there. It bubbles up that mixture, if you can see that. And it makes it really, it starts that process of caramelization just going nuts. And you've got a nice sugary, oniony situation. As soon as we get that pizza crust completed, what we're gonna do is pull it out. I'm gonna put all my toppings on it. I'm gonna put the oven on broil, and then we're gonna heat and melt that cheese on top, and it's gonna be amazing and yummy. Okay, friends, pull your pizza crust out, and all we're gonna do is basically take this amazing, yummy, sugary, brown, sugary onionness and use that as our sauce. So I take it out of the pan. It's pretty thick, ideally. And you spread it around the whole pizza just to give it a nice little flavor. And then I am going to toss on my mushrooms. Then I'm going to layer with a little bit of spinach leaves. Next thing I toss on is a little layer of cheese, tiny thin layer, and then I'm going to layer in a little bit of prosciutto. Then I'm going to add in another little layer of cheese. And the final bit, a little bit of sea salt sprinkled on top, a little bit of truffle oil drizzled on top, some red pepper flakes if you like a little spice. And then I'm going to pop this back in the oven and broil it just so it gets nice texture for meat, which is browned. Probably maybe 2 minutes. Just visually take a look at it. You'll know. Pop her back in and go. This is our final pizza. Cauliflower pizza with a little spinach, prosciutto, truffle oil, cheese, and mushrooms and caramelized onions. Relatively simple. We were done 20 minutes.